Welcome to Classy Over 60. If you have ever put on an outfit that should have looked nice, but somehow still felt unfinished, this video is for you. The truth is, looking polished in winter is not about having more clothes. It is about using the right formulas so your outfit has structure, clean lines, and a clear point of intention. That is what creates the expensive, put-together effect, even if every piece you are wearing is basic. Today, I am sharing 10 winter outfit formulas you can repeat all season. These are not trend looks that only work once. They are templates you can apply to what you already own, whether your style is minimal, classic, or a little more bold. For each formula, I will explain why it works, how to make it look elevated, and how to swap pieces so the outfit still looks intentional without needing to shop. As you listen, think of your wardrobe like building blocks. Most people already have denim, knits, coats, boots, and a few simple accessories. The difference is how you combine them. When the silhouette is controlled, the textures make sense together, and the outfit has one strong finishing detail, the whole look upgrades instantly. Let's start with the easiest formula to master, because once you get this one right, you can recreate it in countless ways. Part 1. Dark denim plus knit plus structured layer. Here is your first winter outfit formula, and it is one of the most reliable ways to look polished without trying too hard. Dark denim, a knit, and a structured layer on top. If you only remember one idea from this section, remember this. Structure is what makes basics look expensive. Start with dark, clean denim. The darker the wash, the more it reads like tailored trousers on camera, especially when there is no heavy distressing. Look for jeans that fit smoothly at the waist and hips, because that is where an outfit looks cheap the fastest if the fit is off. You do not need skin-tight denim. Straight leg or a clean, slim straight shape works beautifully. The key is that it looks intentional, not sloppy. Next, add a knit as your soft layer. This can be a simple crew neck sweater, a fine knit turtleneck, or even a slightly dressier knit in a smooth fabric. Keep the knit controlled through the midsection, especially if you plan to add a blazer or structured jacket. If the knit is very chunky and oversized, it can fight the clean line of the denim. If you love chunky knits, you can still use them, but you will want the outer layer to be longer and more streamlined. Now comes the upgrade, the structured layer. This is where the outfit transforms. A blazer, a knit blazer, a structured jacket, or a tailored coat instantly signals polish. It gives your body a clean frame and makes the look feel purposeful. If you want the outfit to look more classic, choose a blazer or wool coat. If you want it to feel more modern and edgy, a structured leather jacket works. If you want it to feel softer and more casual while still elevated, a knit blazer is a great in-between option. To make this look truly expensive, use the one elevating detail rule. Pick one finishing detail that communicates intention. It could be a belt with a simple buckle. It could be a clean toe loafer or a sleek ankle boot. It could be a small pair of gold earrings or a minimal watch. The reason this works is because your outfit needs one clear focal point. When you add too many competing details, the look becomes busy and loses the clean, elevated effect. Here is how you can create variety without changing your whole outfit. Keep the same dark jeans and the same knit, and only swap the structured layer. First, wear it with a blazer for a smart, classic look. Then, swap to a wool coat for a more refined winter feel. Then, swap to a leather jacket for a sharper, more casual vibe. With one base outfit, you have 3 different moods, and all of them look intentional. Pay attention to the formality balance. Dark denim and a knit can lean casual, so your structure piece is what pulls it up. If your denim is distressed, your blazer will look like it belongs to a different outfit. If your knit is very slouchy and your jacket is short and tight, the proportions can look compressed through the midsection. The fix is simple. Choose clean denim, keep the knit a bit more refined, or choose a longer structured layer so the silhouette stays smooth. If you want a festive version of this formula, keep the base simple and change only one element. Choose a knit in a jewel tone, or a blouse-like knit with a soft sheen, or add a richer lipstick if that fits your style. The key is that the festive touch should be one decision, not 10. That restraint is what reads expensive. Finally, end this formula with a quick quality check. Smooth the knit, check the hemline of your jeans, and make sure your shoes are clean and polished. These tiny details matter more than people think, especially on camera. When the structure is sharp, the denim is clean, and the outfit has one intentional finishing detail, you will look instantly more put together. Part 2. Monochrome winter neutrals plus texture mix. This next formula is one of the fastest ways to look expensive in winter because it instantly creates a clean, uninterrupted line. Monochrome. Monochrome does not mean every piece has to match perfectly. It means everything stays in the same color family, so the outfit looks intentional from head to toe. When you do this, the eye reads the silhouette first, not a collection of separate items, and that is what creates a more elevated effect. Start by choosing your color family. All black is the easiest and always works. Winter white and cream looks luxurious and modern. Gray tones can look very high-end when you layer them correctly. You can also do monochrome in brown tones, like camel, chocolate, and beige. The key is to stay in one lane. If you pick cream, do not add bright white sneakers and a stark black bag unless you are deliberately going for contrast. If you pick black, do not break it up with random bright accessories. Keep the story consistent. Once you have your base color family, the way you keep monochrome from looking flat is texture. Texture is what gives the outfit depth, and it is what makes the look feel intentional rather than like you are wearing a uniform. Think of texture as your visual jewelry. You do not need loud accessories when your fabrics create contrast for you. Here is an example. If you are wearing an all-cream outfit, you can combine a ribbed knit top, wool trousers, and smooth leather boots. The ribbing catches light differently than the wool, and the leather adds a sleek finish. That texture mix makes the outfit feel expensive without adding any bright colors. For an all-black outfit, you can pair a matte black knit with black trousers in a slightly different finish, then add a leather belt and leather boots. Even tiny differences in fabric finish create that rich, layered effect. Keep your silhouette clean. Monochrome outfits look best when the lines are simple and the fit is intentional. If everything is oversized and slouchy, the outfit can start to look like loungewear. You can absolutely wear relaxed pieces, but balance them. If you do an oversized knit, pair it with a straighter pant. If you do a wide trouser, choose a more fitted top. The goal is controlled proportions, so the outfit reads designed, not accidental. Now add minimal accessories. Monochrome already has a strong visual impact, so do not overload it. Choose one metal tone, either gold or silver, and stay consistent. Add one structured bag or one clean belt, and that is enough. If you want one statement, make it something sleek and simple, like a sharp coat, a structured boot, or a clean watch. The moment you add too many accessories, you break the monochrome line, and the look becomes busy. To make this formula feel even more premium, focus on your outerwear. A monochrome base with a coat in the same color family looks extremely polished. An all-black outfit with a black coat reads powerful and sharp. An all-cream outfit with a cream coat reads luxurious. A gray monochrome outfit with a charcoal coat looks modern and chic. Outerwear is the frame, and in winter it is the first thing people see. Here is how you create variety while keeping the formula consistent. Keep the same monochrome palette and swap one piece at a time. If you have cream trousers and a cream knit, swap the trousers for a cream midi skirt. If you have black trousers and a black top, swap the top from a turtleneck to a crew neck. The outfit stays elevated because the tone remains consistent and the textures still provide depth. There are two common mistakes that can make monochrome look less expensive. The first mistake is using identical textures across the entire outfit. If everything is the same soft knit texture, it can look like a matching lounge set rather than a styled look. Fix it by mixing at least two textures, like knit plus wool or wool plus leather. The second mistake is breaking the line with too many high contrast accessories. If you are in cream and you add a black bag, a black belt, black boots, and then bold jewelry, the eye jumps all over the outfit. Fix it by choosing one contrast element at most, or staying tonal with your accessories. If you want a simple rule to remember, it is this: monochrome creates the expensive foundation, and texture creates the expensive finish. When you keep the color story consistent and build interest through fabrics, you will look polished without needing loud styling tricks. Next, we are moving into a formula that gives you instant model off-duty proportions: wide leg trousers, a fitted top, and a long coat. Part 3. Wide leg trousers plus fitted top plus long coat. This formula is one of the most powerful ways to look expensive in winter because it creates runway proportions with minimal effort. The silhouette is long, clean, and intentional, and it works whether your style is classic, minimal, or more fashion-forward. The core idea is simple: wide leg trousers for movement, a fitted top to balance volume, and a long coat to extend the vertical line. Start with the trousers. Wide leg trousers instantly read elevated because they look closer to tailoring than casual pants. The fabric matters here. Choose something with weight and structure, like a wool blend, twill, or a thicker ponte. Lightweight fabrics that collapse or cling can look less polished, especially on camera. Look for a trouser that sits well at the waist and falls smoothly through the hip. A high-rise or mid-rise waistband is ideal because it creates a clean, long leg line. The next piece is the fitted top. This is what keeps the look from feeling oversized. A thin turtleneck is the easiest option and always looks refined. A fitted knit, a bodysuit, or a close-to-the-body long sleeve also works. If you prefer a looser top, you can still make it work, but you need to define the waist. The fit of the top is important because the trousers already provide volume. When both top and bottom are wide, the shape can become undefined, and the outfit can start to look heavy. Now focus on the long coat. The coat is what makes this formula look expensive immediately. A coat that reaches mid-thigh to knee length creates a strong vertical line and visually elongates the body. It also adds movement when you walk, which reads premium on camera. A wool coat is the most classic option, but a trench with lining or a structured long jacket can also work. The important thing is that the coat has some structure at the shoulders and hangs cleanly down the body. The details that elevate this outfit are all about waist control and hem control. At the waist, tuck the top fully or do a clean half tuck so the waistband of the trousers is visible. When the waist is defined, the trousers look tailored instead of loose. At the hem, make sure the trouser length is correct for your shoes. If the trousers puddle too much, the outfit can look sloppy, even if the pieces are nice. If they are too short, the silhouette can lose that long, elegant effect. Ideally, the hem should skim the shoe without dragging. Shoes complete the polish. Wide-leg trousers look best with a refined shoe shape. A pointed toe boot instantly elevates the look and lengthens the leg line. A sleek loafer works if you prefer flats, especially with a clean trouser hem. A low heel also works if you want more lift. Avoid shoes that feel too chunky if the goal is expensive looking and streamlined, because heavy footwear can compete with the movement of the trousers. Here is the easiest way to get multiple outfits from this formula without changing everything. Keep the trousers and shoes the same, and swap only the top. First, do a fitted turtleneck for a clean, minimal look. Next, do a thin knit for a softer, slightly more casual feel. Then, try a crisp button-down tucked in for a sharper, more office-ready version. When you keep the bottom half consistent, viewers can clearly see how one change shifts the mood, and you can create variety quickly. You can also adjust the formality by changing the coat. A tailored wool coat makes the look feel higher-end and classic. A belted coat emphasizes the waist and adds polish. A structured trench gives a more modern, city feel. But even with coat changes, the formula stays the same: wide leg line, fitted top, long outer layer. There are two common mistakes to avoid. The first is pairing wide leg trousers with an oversized top and a short jacket. That combination removes the waist, shortens the torso, and makes the proportions look heavy. If you want an oversized top, you need a longer coat and a defined waist, or you need to keep the trousers less wide. The second mistake is ignoring trouser length. If the hem is dragging or bunching excessively, the outfit loses its tailored feel. The fix is hemming, even a simple hem, so the trousers fall cleanly over your preferred shoe. If you want a simple rule to remember, it is this: volume on the bottom, control on the top, and length on the outside. That is what creates the expensive, elongated silhouette. Next, we are going to a formula that gives you cozy elegance with almost no effort: a midi skirt, a chunky knit, and a sleek boot. Part 4. Midi skirt plus chunky knit plus sleek boot. This formula is the perfect mix of cozy and elegant, and it works especially well in winter because it gives you warmth without losing polish. The silhouette is flattering, the styling is straightforward, and the outfit looks intentional even when the pieces are simple. The formula is a midi skirt, a chunky knit on top, and a sleek boot to keep the bottom half refined. Start with the midi skirt. The best skirts for this formula have movement and some weight, because they drape better and look more premium on camera. Satin midi skirts work beautifully because the slight sheen reads elevated and catches light in a flattering way. Soft pleated skirts also work because they create motion without clinging. Knit midi skirts can look very expensive too, as long as the knit is substantial enough to hold shape and not cling thinly to the body. If you are choosing between options, pick the skirt that moves when you walk and hangs smoothly rather than sticking. Now add the chunky knit. This is where the outfit becomes winter-friendly, but the key is controlled volume. A chunky knit can be oversized, but it should still look intentional around the shoulders and neckline. A clean crew neck, a structured turtleneck, or a slightly relaxed sweater with a neat hem works well. If your knit is very long, it can overwhelm the skirt and hide the waist completely, which makes the outfit look less styled. You want the knit to feel cozy, but not messy. The balance rule here is simple. If the knit is chunky, show the waist slightly. You do not need a tight tuck, but you do need some waist definition. A small front tuck, a half tuck, or even a light scoop tuck at the side gives the outfit shape. This tiny adjustment is one of the biggest differences between looking like you threw on a sweater and looking like you styled an outfit. When the waist is defined, the skirt looks more tailored and the proportions look intentional. Now the shoe choice. A sleek boot. Boots are the anchor for this look, and they determine whether the outfit reads refined or heavy. A slim shaft boot that fits closer to the ankle and calf tends to look the most modern and polished with a midi skirt. It creates a cleaner leg line and avoids awkward bunching. A pointed toe boot is especially effective because it adds sharpness that balances the softness of the knit. If you prefer a round toe, keep it streamlined rather than chunky. Pay attention to where the skirt hem hits relative to the boot. When the skirt falls cleanly and the boot shaft sits neatly underneath, the look appears expensive. If the skirt catches on the boot or bunches oddly, it can look unfinished. If you wear tights, choose tights that blend with the boot color to keep the leg line smooth, especially in darker palettes. This formula is easy to create variety with because you can swap either the skirt or the knit without changing the overall effect. One option is to keep the knit constant and change the skirt. Wear the same sweater with a satin midi for a dressier look, then swap to a knit midi for a softer, more casual feel. Another option is to keep the skirt constant and swap the knit. Try a crew neck one day, a turtleneck the next, and then a cardigan worn as a sweater on another day. The silhouette stays consistent because the midi skirt keeps the vertical line and the boot keeps the finish polished. Accessories should stay minimal because the outfit already has strong texture and movement. Choose one simple accessory that supports the look, like small hoops, a classic watch, or a structured bag. If your skirt is satin, the shine already acts like a statement, so keep jewelry quiet. If your skirt is matte, you can add a slightly brighter accessory, but still keep it controlled. There are a few common mistakes that can make this formula look less expensive. The first is choosing a skirt fabric that is too thin and clingy. When a skirt clings, it can look like it belongs indoors rather than as a styled winter outfit. The fix is choosing a skirt with weight or layering with a slip or tights so the drape improves. The second mistake is choosing a boot that is too chunky. Heavy boots can visually cut the leg line and compete with the soft flow of the midi skirt. If you love chunky boots, you can still wear them, but then keep the skirt more structured and the knit less oversized so the outfit does not feel heavy. The third mistake is leaving the knit completely untucked and overly long, which can hide the waist and shorten the legs. The fix is a small tuck, which instantly returns structure to the look. If you remember one rule from this formula, remember this: softness on top, movement in the middle, and a sharp finish at the bottom. That combination creates cozy elegance without effort. Next, we move to one of the most luxurious-looking shortcuts in winter style, a matching knit set with one sharp detail that changes everything. Part 5. Matching knit set plus one sharp detail. This formula looks luxurious because it removes visual noise. When your top and bottom already match, the outfit reads deliberate before you add anything else. Treat the set as a clean canvas and add one sharp detail that shifts it from lounge to polished. Start with a knit set or ponte set in a neutral tone, like black, charcoal, navy, or cream. The fit should be relaxed but not sloppy. Watch the shoulders, waistband, and sleeve length because those areas signal quality on camera. If the set is very oversized everywhere, it can look like pajamas. Aim for a smooth, easy drape. Now choose one sharp detail and make it the only statement. A structured bag adds architecture against the softness of the knit. A pointed, flat, or sleek boot sharpens the silhouette at the bottom. A tailored coat adds structure at the shoulders. A brooch is also effective because it sits near the face and communicates intention fast. Keep everything else minimal. If you choose a brooch, keep shoes and bags simple. If you choose a pointed shoe, keep jewelry small. Restraint is what makes the outfit look expensive rather than overly styled. To create variety, keep the set the same and rotate the sharp detail. Wear it once with a brooch and boots, once with a structured bag and loafers, and once with a tailored coat and minimal earrings. The base stays consistent, but the impression changes completely. Finish with a quick polish check. Lint roll the knit, smooth the waistband, and make sure your shoes are clean. Small refinements matter more than extra accessories. For a festive version, keep the set neutral and add one element with shine, like satin heels or a metallic clutch, then stop there today. Part 6. Button down under a sweater. This formula makes a basic sweater look intentional because it adds crisp structure at the neckline and wrists. The collar and cuffs create clean lines, so the outfit reads polished even when the pieces are simple. Start with a button-down that feels crisp rather than flimsy. White is the easiest, but a restrained stripe also looks elevated. Choose a fit that is not bulky through the torso, because extra fabric can bunch under the sweater. If your shirt is roomy, tuck it into your bottoms first to control volume. Layer a sweater over the top. A crew neck looks classic. A V-neck highlights the collar and feels slightly dressier. Keep the sweater hem neat. Let the collar sit flat and show a small amount of cuff at each wrist. For the bottom, choose something with a clean line. Straight leg trousers, dark jeans, or a midi skirt. Finish with a refined shoe like a sleek loafer, a pointed flat, or an ankle boot. A common mistake is showing too much shirt hem below the sweater, which can shorten the legs and look messy. If you want the shirt hem visible, keep it minimal, or tuck it in fully. Another mistake is a wrinkled collar, which instantly lowers the polish level. Smooth the collar and align the cuffs before you film or leave the house. To create variety, keep the sweater and swap the shirt from white to striped. Or keep the shirt and rotate sweaters between crew neck, V-neck, and a cardigan worn as a top. The formula stays the same, and the outfit looks put together. If you want a sharper version, add a blazer or coat on top and keep jewelry minimal. The collar detail will read clean and professional. Part 7. Dress plus tall boots plus coat. This is the easiest winter formula when you want to look finished with minimal decisions. A dress gives you one clean base, tall boots add warmth and a strong leg line, and a coat completes the frame. Choose a dress with some structure. A knit dress works best when the fabric is substantial, not thin and clingy. A shirt dress is also great because the collar adds polish and you can layer warmth underneath. Keep the hem smooth and intentional. Next, add tall boots. For the most expensive effect, keep the boots close in tone to the dress so the line looks continuous. Black dress with black boots is the simplest version. With neutrals, choose boots in the same family, like taupe or chocolate, rather than a high-contrast color. Now add a coat that matches the formality of the boots. A wool coat reads classic and elevated. A belted coat adds definition at the waist. A trench with lining feels modern and city-like. Keep the shoulders clean, because outerwear fit is one of the first things people notice. Keep accessories restrained. One structured bag or one simple earring is enough. If you want waist definition, belt the coat, but avoid stacking multiple statement pieces. Common mistakes include boots that are too wide at the shaft and bunch around the ankle, or a dress that looks like indoor loungewear. Fix it by choosing a cleaner boot shape and a dress with weight. For variety, keep the boots and coat the same and swap the dress between knit and shirt styles. The formula stays effortless, and you always look put together. When you walk, let the coat open slightly so the dress shows. That movement looks premium and keeps the outfit from feeling heavy. Part 8. Polished leggings. Leggings can look elevated when you treat them as a base layer and build structure everywhere else. The formula is simple: matte, thicker leggings, a longer top that covers the hip area, and a structured outer layer that frames the body. Start with leggings that look substantial. Avoid thin, shiny fabric because it reads sporty and can look cheap on camera. A smooth, matte finish with a bit of compression looks cleaner and more intentional. Choose a length that does not bunch at the ankle. Next, add a long top. This could be a tunic knit, an oversized button-down, or a long cardigan with weight. The goal is coverage and proportion, not hiding. A longer top creates a sleek column and prevents the outfit from feeling too casual. If the top is very oversized, add a small front tuck to create shape. Now add structure with outerwear. A blazer, a structured coat, or a tailored jacket is what turns leggings into a polished outfit. This layer sharpens the shoulders and gives the look a clear outline. For a flattering effect, choose an outer layer that hits around mid-thigh. Finish with a refined shoe. A sleek ankle boot, a loafer, or a clean pointed flat works best. Add one small accessory like simple hoops, a watch, or a structured bag. The biggest mistake is styling leggings like regular pants while keeping everything else casual. That combination reads unfinished. Fix it with length in the top and structure in the outer layer. For variety, keep the leggings constant and swap the long top and outerwear one at a time. The formula stays the same, but the outfit looks new. If you want polish, keep the palette tonal and make sure layers are lint-free and smooth. Part 9. Statement outerwear over simple basics. In winter, outerwear dominates the frame, so one strong coat can upgrade dozens of basic outfits. The formula is a statement coat on top and quiet basics underneath. When the base is simple, the outerwear looks intentional and expensive. Choose your hero piece first. Statement does not have to mean bright color. It can be a camel coat with clean lapels, a plaid coat in neutral tones, a textured wool coat, or a sharply tailored long jacket. Prioritize shoulder fit and sleeve length because those details read as quality. The coat should sit cleanly on the shoulders and hang smoothly. Now build the base outfit. Keep it simple and tonal. A knit and straight trousers, dark denim and a turtleneck, or a monochrome set. Avoid busy prints and multiple statement textures underneath. The purpose of the base is to support the coat, not compete with it. Finish with accessories that match the coat's formality. If the coat is tailored, choose a sleek boot or loafer and a structured bag. Keep jewelry to one small element so the coat stays the focal point. A common mistake is stacking statement pieces, like a loud coat with a patterned scarf, bold shoes, and a bright bag. Another mistake is wearing a coat that is too tight in the shoulders or too long in the sleeves. Fix it by simplifying the base and making fit the priority. For variety, keep the base outfit the same and rotate coats. Then keep the coat the same and swap the base from black to cream. One hero piece can create a full week of elevated outfits. If you want an easy upgrade, add a belt over the coat, but only when the coat fabric is smooth and structured enough. Part 10. Soft tailoring. Soft tailoring is the easiest way to look professional without feeling stiff. The formula is a blazer for structure, a knit for comfort, and a straight leg bottom for polish. It works for workdays, dinners, and smart casual settings, and it photographs well because the silhouette is clean. Start with the straight leg bottom. Tailored trousers are ideal, but clean straight denim also works. The goal is a smooth line through the leg with a waistband that sits flat. If the pants are very wide and the blazer is oversized, the outfit can lose shape, so keep at least one element streamlined. Next, choose a refined knit. A thin turtleneck looks sharp and minimal. A fine crew neck feels classic. Avoid knits that look overly worn or heavily textured, because the blazer is already doing the structure work and the knit should support it. Now add the blazer. Shoulder fit is the priority, because that is where a blazer looks expensive or cheap. A slightly oversized blazer can look modern, but it should still sit cleanly at the shoulders and not collapse. Keep the lapels neat and the sleeves at a flattering length. Finish with a clean shoe and one minimal accessory. A pointed flat, sleek boot, or loafer works well. Add a simple watch, small hoops, or a delicate necklace, but do not overload the look. The blazer is the statement. Common mistakes include mixing a very casual knit with a very formal blazer, or choosing volume everywhere, and losing the waist. Fix it by keeping the knit refined and the bottom straight. For variety, keep the trousers and blazer the same and swap knits between turtleneck, crew neck, and a thin cardigan worn as a top. The formula stays consistent, and you always look put together. That's everything for today. 10 winter outfit formulas you can repeat all season to look polished, elevated, and expensive without overthinking it. If you want the fastest results, pick just 2 formulas that fit your lifestyle and wear them on rotation. Once you find the silhouettes that work for you, getting dressed becomes simple, and you still look put together every time. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to Classy Over 60. It really supports the channel and helps more women find practical, elegant style guidance that actually works in real life. And I would love to hear from you in the comments. Which formula was your favorite, and what is one item in your wardrobe you want help styling next? Tell me what it is, and I will suggest the best outfit formula for it. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video on Classy Over 60.